Hello there, fellow summoners. Mad Dog HT here. We are in Alliance War Season 29. This is the second to last war of the season, ward number 11, and we are up against the Universal Stars, and we need the win. We need to win this war. It is a must. We're Platinum 8 ranked going into this war. There is a shot that we can get into Masters, but we have to win this war. No question. So we are going in big. I'm on path 8, not a path that I'm normally on, but we have this Vision Aarkus and we're going with Torch. The one nice thing with this matchup is I cannot get Cold Snap put on me. So I can get Armor Broke. Now it does have that passive heal block, so I can't get any healing. It's going to have the buff Imbalance, Power Drain, so I'm going to get these Power Drain debuffs on me. Which is going to mitigate like what power I can throw. I go in with Torch, without the pre-fight because I need to use that for a different fight. You can see he went really passive there, trying to get all the combo that I can, but I know he's going to throw a special 3. I did put on a special 3, or not a special 3 boost, an indestructible boost in case he did go to special 3. It's always good to have. I think if I would have put a special 3 boost on, like a 33% damage boost, I think it probably would have been enough, but then I would have to heal a whole bunch. He does have tenacity, he is awakened, so he's going to shrug off some debuffs and stuff like that, but overall, pretty simple fight. Would be better if you could have a white Magneto pre-fight on there, and if you had Nova Flame, but can't always have it all. So next up we're going on node 17, and this pretty much has the similar nodes on it with the buff and balance power drain, except it's got blood in the water instead of return policy. So still has divine barrier, passive heal block. We got a rank 3 Symbiote Supreme thing, great option. I thought about bringing in my Human Torch, but thing I just felt is safer, and it's not gonna be as quick, but he's gonna be pretty quick. We're gonna get this guy down in under a minute. Felt like I missed a few parries here and there. No big deal. We're gonna throw off a big special 2. I didn't have 20 rock stacks, so I didn't get the stun, unfortunately, on that. But we're just gonna smash him out. One more special 1. So we got him down in 45 seconds. That's still pretty fast. We do have big boost on right now because we're taking pretty much all our fights on 1 boost. We do have the Power Snack, Backup Recovery Outlast assignment on node 22. It has a rank 3 Mojo. We have Mr. Fantastic pre-fights on it with Petrify and Suppression to help with the power gain and the combat power rate that he gets when I smack the crap out of him. We also have a white Magneto pre-fight. Now we originally had that planned, and I told guys I had a second thought. I'm like, no, let's not put that on because I want to use my Petrify Mastery to get the 30% less power while under the stun. That mastery is only for debuffs, so the passive stuns from the white Magneto don't count. There's miscommunication that we're going to take that off, but as you can see, it didn't matter. Mojo was really nice with throwing those special ones, built up a ton of smolder. I didn't take off decks. I never take off decks with Mojo. Don't feel comfortable with, if I get into a situation where I'm cornered or he has a special 2 and I need to dex it, well, you got to have decks on to do that. So yeah, so now we're going to move up. Mirage Turtle did a great job, took down that Nick Fury with his rank 3 Emma. I am on path 7 in section 2. This is node 33 with Spite and Return to Power. We're going in with Doom, and I have an indestructible boost on for this and the next fight as well. Now this fight did not go as I basically scripted it in my mind. I was going to do a special 1 to get the Hazarath up, get the power drain going, and we got that, no problem. Now this does have rise to power, so every time I block, shortly after he's going to get power gain, and then right there I got too much power gain. There's one tick extra, and I was like, oh, that sucks. So I do push him to L2, and that is slightly problematic because if he heavies now, he will reach 5 judgments, so I cannot do that. So I got to be really careful about like trying to get reparries on and stuff like that, because if he goes into a heavy instead of getting parried, then I'm gonna get the damnation on me, and it's gonna do some pretty decent damage. It's gonna keep me locked down. I don't want that. So I'm basically spamming special 1s and special 2s, hoping that he throws his specials. I don't have Hazarath up. We get him just below 3 bars. I get 3 bars. I thought I was gonna go into a special 3, but the heavy does the trick. No hits received. Not how I scripted it, but we still get the solo, like no damage taken, no problem. And then last up for my assignment, this is node 43, Aspect of Evolution and Kinetic Transference. It's got a rank 3 Maw. I still got my big boost on. We got a pre-fight from my buddy PT. Thank you very much. He tagged along with me, and then I do a parry heavy, and I swear I wasn't slow on it, but man, I sure did get parried. That one, I was quicker on the trigger, get the knockdown. We're just blocking. We do have a Petrify also from PT's Mr. Fantastic pre-fight, which is going to help with the power gain from the Kinetic Transference. You know, we do end up taking the degen from him, nullifying the L1 Fury. No big deal. I kind of was expecting that. And then he throws an L2 into my block, and he melts. So that was a pretty easy fight, pretty simple. I did get parried and comboed at the beginning, which wasn't good. But yeah, that's all I had for my assignments. Now I'm going to show our boss. So Demps 928, he has a rank 3 Sig 200 Ghost. He's going with the full Ghost team. We left Hazard Shift up, and you know how this is going to go. He's boosted. We do have a suppression on to help with the defensive combat power rate that he's going to get from Demps Ghost smacking him over and over. And he's going to be able to refresh that with his L2 knockdowns. Yeah, it goes pretty well. The damage, you know, it's good, but I felt like his RNG on the hazard shift was kind of low, and he didn't get as many furies and whatnot that we were maybe hoping for. And so the damage is good. I believe he does also have an indestructible boost on. He goes into the Wrath of Tanarak, so he's stun immune, which he's stun immune on the node anyways. He's got to dodge those specials. Now he gets whacked with 2 hits there. Yikes, he's got 1 hit left in the indestructible. He fires off another special too. He's healing for 1800 a tick, and he goes for it to get a whole bunch of debuffs converted, but it does push him to a special 3. I believe he was also still phased, but it will eat his last indestructible boost up. Yeah, so he was phased, so he wasn't going to take damage because he does have the full Ghost Hood synergy. And then here we go, he throws off a special 2. He's still healing a ton, blocks, goes into his phase, and gets the solo. So great job on him. Our battle group did great. You can see that we won 5-1, but it was actually 5-0, and I'll show you the details behind that because we were pretty upset about that one death, and I will show you we have proof that it should not have counted, but we ended up losing this war. And even with the death that we got that shouldn't have counted, it was 10-8, it would have been 9-8. We lost. We had one battle group that just blew it for us, and that really sucked because we needed that win. Universal Stars, good job to them. They just outplayed our whole team. As far as I go, I had 5 fights, 5 kills, no deaths, 64 fights in the season, 63 fights, or 63 kills, and then that 1 death on the boss, a mob boss, still haunting me. We drop 4 spots in Platinum 1 to number 12. We're 6-5 on the season now. Now we needed that win Masters is totally out the window now unless there's a whole bunch of cheaters that get docked again. But even if we win the last war, I mean, there would need to be a lot of docks and stuff, and we're not counting on that. Hopefully we don't see that, but yeah, hopefully Kabam lives up to their word and keeps hammering down on the cheating and whatnot. But yeah, so let me show you what happened. And this is the most odd interaction that I have seen in a long time with the bugs, with Alliance War, with the disconnect and all that stuff. You know, we get guys that say, oh, I was in, you know, starting the fight, it disconnects. I was in the middle of the fight, it disconnects. Well, check out what happens here to my buddy, my good friend, Mirage Turtle. So you can see it was happening really quick, but he had killed off on the Hazard Shift shared fight in Section 1. He had killed off a Massacre with Quake. We quaked it, don't have to deal with the Hazard Shift. It's an easy Quake fight for a experienced Quaker. And now you can see what's happening next. It's like, oh, we have a connection here. Please check your connection, you know? And so he's looking at the Wi-Fi, he's turning it on and off. You know, he's probably freaking out right now because he's like, I'm gonna lose an attack bonus when I just did my duty, quaked. You know, Mirage Turtle, he is an excellent Quaker. If there's something that needs to be quaked in our battle group, he is the guy. We don't generally like using Quake, but Quake works. She's a great champ, especially in the right hands. And Turtle, he's the right man for the job. And he's watching this screen. And the funny thing is last season he had a similar interaction where he did a Quake fight. I think it was on the same node, and it went for numerous minutes of just waiting, and he was just patiently waiting, and it finally registered, and it actually counted. But it was like 3-4 minutes of waiting, just seeing this screen with the little Wi-Fi connection thing at the bottom. I haven't edited any of this. This is how long it took. This is very, 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 very long interaction where the game is just thinking. You know, the gerbils at Kabam are spinning their wheels. They're not spinning fast enough. Maybe one of them went to a bathroom break. Maybe one's going getting a drink at the little drinking fountain thing that gerbils and stuff have. Maybe they're getting a few nuts or seeds or whatever. I don't know. But it's just thinking away. So I haven't edited this. We got a little bit more. But what you're going to see is that when we come out of this disconnect thing, it's going to all of a sudden magically come back. And it's going to say, hey, Mirage Turtle, congratulations, full attack bonus. You beat this guy's Massacre. But what comes next is even more startling. After you get the full attack bonus screen, it comes back out to the map. And guess what it shows? It shows Massacre sitting there on the Hazard Shift node, full health, and Quake at half health. Which is just mind-blowing. Like, how in the world did it get to the victory screen, but yet it still disconnected and timed it out as if he didn't do the fight? It really, really sucks. And, you know, stuff like this, it's just terrible. I mean, I always try to, like, before I do an Alliance War fight, I will dump the app and restart the game, make sure I'm fresh. I don't have any memory issues or anything like that to where it's going to disconnect. I always make sure that I'm in a place where I can be focused. I'm not going to get distracted by, you know, my wife, my kids, my work, whatever it might be. Make sure I'm in a good lighting environment. You know, like I'm not outside in the sun where I can't really see my screen even at full brightness. You know, there's like this whole checklist that I go through. And you know, he's like, hey, I was at home. That's where my connection is the best. That's where I always play. I don't have any problems. And then we get this. Now, fortunately, you know, I'm not as upset about it anymore. I was super upset about it in the war because I thought it could cost us the war. And we ended up losing by 2 attack bonus. So this would have been, you know, if this would have counted, it should have counted, it would have only been 1. We still would have lost, unfortunately, because we had a battle group just totally crap their pants and just didn't do their assignments. But yeah, I mean, it's just frustrating to see stuff like this, you know, because even if you go through all the steps of trying to make sure you have a clean connection, everything. Okay, here we go. Full attack bonus. Congratulations, one hit on them, win, and then check this out. It comes back to the map with Massacre on it. So let's just go through the quick sequence. Kills Massacre, times out forever, gets the victory screen, back to the map, still standing, Quake is half health, and then if you click on the Massacre, 2 attack bonus remaining. Absolute garbage. I don't know if anybody else has experienced this sequence, but it's just terrible and just gut-wrenching. But yeah, thanks for watching, fellas. Hope you enjoyed. Kabam, if you're watching this, that's just terrible. Please make sure that cannot happen. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.